Yes, wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered. Their bodies were mutilated. He didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator, whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony you can find everywhere, that allegedly carried out a massacre on the Kavala River, became a senator from in jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when Keith Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fula man was beheaded in River G. Senator Balu was senator when the 17 young men were killed between Lower Magidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of his effort was giving Intergenet Hosmer money and squash car to lobby for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, he said he wants to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect in Liberia. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu la Brian senator.
He thought of saving Liberia then. You know, sometimes some people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because
I don't think I can do this. It's like I can't afford it.
Agostina, can you not be for me?
Not a job. Everything you will inform the people on record for that. And he didn't say anything about it. Okay, the pastor didn't vote. But why he didn't say? Why didn't say important about it? The records are there, gentlemen. Said they don't treat us common criminal for lying to the public. There's no $3.6 million in the budget. Okay, and they said they didn't want it. Why they didn't want it? There's $3.6 million. The money here. Budget. There's the final budget. So like they don't tell you when they took it all of a sudden when they put it. I beg you. One question is when they took it out, can you show us where you put your share? That's the question. If they answer that question, come back to me.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, you know, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been doing that. We got people cleaning the champagne in our various communities. You know, in social science, said, go to people and ask them what they name. And so you posting them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, what do you carry them? So before I ask what they name. And what to them?
Three major priorities.
Right now, if you look like, I'm a teacher profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the Boris autonomous.
The Boris what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous. That means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things to do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have everything to do, and if you look at the good time, many young people are greater from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all of the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
We're teaching elementary divisions.
Oh, okay.
Elementary division. And we're credible, we are more accessible, and we're development oriented. So
hello, Robert B. here is a Liberian. After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the Marlboro to attend the junior high school, the Babatilah Junior High School, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 1998. I'm a teacher in professions. Robert here is one of the professors. Robert is one of the professors. Robert here is here to be a servant in the district. Robert here is a public servant.
To be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow the investor to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people. President Joshua, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Yuma-Boakai made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's tax in the presidency. How do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weir is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former Vice President Boakai, dropped in his heart. He collapsed. Almost died. It is that boy, George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it. medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural eye, compare the two. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted for him? How many million? Look at this boy and maybe you call Joseph boy because of the age, because Joseph Boyka is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy, in the sense of immaturity, no. Joshua is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly here, bro, for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's why I made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew here out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have emailed you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy, then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you, because any minute you could collapse. But you already say you want to be president, and we know your record. You're on the time bomb, on the borderline.
Just sitting and laughing and reading the comment section. John Balu said the reason why he's in this is to save the state. Save Liberia. But Senator Balu was senator when in his county 5 wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered. Their bodies were mutilated. He didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony you can find everywhere, that allegedly carried out a massacre on the Kavala River, became a senator from in jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when Keith Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fula man was beheaded in River G. Senator Balu was senator when the 17 young men were killed between Lower Magidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of his effort was giving Enter-Janet Hosmer money and squash car to love it for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, he said he wants to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect in Liberia. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu la Brian, the senator.
He thought of saving Liberia then. Sometimes some people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because look,
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I
beg you. One question is, when they took it out, can you show us where you put your share? That's the question. If the answer to that question, come back to me.
We now go over to Robert here of the Unity Party.
Everything I do, I first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
And we've been doing that with people cleaning the champagne in our various communities.
The priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the Boris autonomous.
The Boris what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider, because we talk about autonomous, that means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things to do in the borough. And if you're autonomous and you have everything to do, and if you learn in the graduate from college in the district, right now the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all of the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
We're teaching elementary divisions.
Okay.
Elementary division. And we're credible, we are more accessible, and we're development oriented. So
Hello, Robert B. here. Robert B. here is a Liberian. After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the Maribor to attend the junior high school, the Pasadena Junior High School, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 1998. I'm a teacher in professions. Robert here is one of the daughter's son. Robert is one of the father's son. Robert here is deserved to be a servant in the district. Robert here is a public servant. I always work at the National Security Agency in Kematan, in Kematan.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Boakai, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, a good everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said it. He said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. What a pleasant way to welcome you to Freedom Hub on 87.9. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of November 2023, with 11 days up to the end of campaign, and of course 13 days to the elections. When Liberians will be deciding as to a path to choose whether to maintain President George Weah or have him replaced that ultimate decision is going to be made by Liberians across the country, those who are eligible according to our electoral laws to decide on the next president of the country. And so we will be having a lot of conversation over the issue. On today's edition, we play host to Honorable Johnson Blodgett. He's going to tell us, Honorable Johnson Blodgett is the vice tender bearer for the movement for One Liberia. That is the political party of Madam Magdala Cooper. Honorable Blodgett is going to tell us why he is supporting the re-election of the president when his tender bearer, Madam Magdala Cooper, is supporting the election of Honorable Joe Boakai. So it's going to be a wonderful conversation at about this time. We apologize for coming up late. We're still settling some technical issues behind the scenes right here on the conversation. So like I said, by the time we come back, we play host to Honorable Johnson Blodgett. I hope I got the last name correctly. But by the time we are back, Honorable Blodgett will tell us more about the reasons behind his endorsement of the president for his re-election. According to him, he is the head of the majority bloc of the Movement for One Liberia Party, the MOL. Why did they choose the president? Why not, why did they not follow their political leader to support on Ambassador Boakai? And so those are issues we intend to talk about here on 87.9. Let's take a break. When we come back, we join the conversation right here on 87.9.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't tell law in your hands. All the rest. Stop out to interior. Crime stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it now for all of our crime stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper. Crime stopper like keeping us safe, let's stop it now for all of our.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsung.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's come down for all of our. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper.
Okay, so welcome back to the program. Elisa, good afternoon. Quickly, let's rumble.
Okay, so good afternoon, Oliver, and I'd like to say good day to all of you out there. However way you join, I also like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. And I also like to use this moment to say Happy New Month to all of you. As today, of course, is the first day of November. We have a lot to talk about today, and we're so sorry for being a little late. So I'd like to say welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. Senator Balut. But we'll have a lot of conversation over the situation. But we are live in Plebo, Maryland County via the Voice of Hope in Plebo, Southern District, Maryland County. Bobby Addison is in charge of that connection, and so we want to acknowledge him. We have in studio Alexa Honorable Johnson Blodgett. Johnson Blodgett is the vice presidential candidate for the Movement for One Liberia, the political party of Madam Magdala Cooper. A couple of weeks ago, Madam Cooper pledged her support to the election of Ambassador Joe Boakai. While she was pledging her support, we understand that the majority bloc of the Movement for One Liberia, headed by the vice tender bearer, Honorable Johnson Blodgett, decided to pledge his support to the re-election of President George Weah. And so to have that conversation, we've invited Honorable Blodgett to tell us why is he going one way when his political leader is on the other hand. Honorable Blodgett, it is our honor to welcome you to Freedom Radio Liberia. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Is this your first appearance here, or have you been here before?
No, I think this is my first appearance.
Okay, so we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub, as well as welcome to Freedom Radio Liberia.
Okay.
I guess this is a really, really interesting movement in the country, where you have every single person trying to go to a place that they think they're way more, interested in. Now here we are. You're talking about a majority block of the movement for one Liberian party to follow you as the vice political leader. So I would like to know, basically, tell us who you are beyond just exactly what we just said, Honorable Johnson Blodgett. Who are you?
Okay, Honorable Blodgett, Honorable Johnson T. Blodgett, vice political leader of the movement for One Liberia.
Okay.
I'm here today to speak to our people, our supporters, partisans, well-wishers, and the people of Liberia, concerning our decision to support His Excellency, Dr. George Bernard Weah.
Okay. Now, so you're going to go into the narratives, but let's begin with asking some fundamental questions. Now, you were selected by Madam Cooper to run in the presidential elections, the first round, as the vice standard bearer. Following the election, did the party go into some form of agreement as to who they're going to be supporting in the second round? If so, what was the process, and how come you were here today and she's there, on the other side?
Okay, thank you so much. That's a very good question. I was selected by Honorable Mandela Cooper as vice political leader.
Okay.
Looking at the political landscape of the 2023 election, we saw it necessary to enter into a collaboration, knowing very well that with such political circumstances and challenges, no one political party can win the election.
Okay.
So there was a series of consultation among national executive members, county executive members, supporters, as which direction we are heading to. So based upon those consultations and series of meetings here, we came up with a resolution to support His Excellency Dr. George Bernard Weah.
A resolution.
There's a copy of the resolution.
Okay. Can I have it?
So.
Okay. So a committee was set to come up with a resolution to tell which direction to go.
Okay.
So we decided not to participate within the process by putting out a presidential candidate because of the various challenges and circumstances surrounding the 2023 election. So, with the series of consultation, we have 61 members of the National Coordinating Council that comprises of national executive members and county executives. Per our constitution, we have the representation of 3 persons per county.
Okay.
Including the national executive gave the total member of 61 person or executive members. And our constitution states, if you look in that document, it says that the National Coordinating Council, when there are crucial issues or decision to be made, the National Coordinating Council makes such decision. And that decision can only be revealed by an extraordinary convention.
Okay.
So, The decision was made. We have 43 out of 61 voting in favor of the resolution to support His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah.
43.
43.
Out of 61.
Out of 61.
Okay.
We have 6, including Honorable Manneh Cooper, who said no.
6 said no. So since I have the document in my possession as you're moving forward, so Madam Cooper said no.
No.
Sister Hannah Swadiu said no. Brother Marcus Williams said no. Miss Richard Benson, Rachel Benson also said no. So we got I'm just checking for the no's. Brother Nehemiah Kono, the national champlain, said no. No, you guys should not support the president.
And we have
so these are
some undecided voters.
These are the no's.
With the question. So we have 10. 10 question marks. People who never voted.
So
who never said no, who never say yes.
So
we have 10.
They abstain from the process. Now,
then we have 2 blank vote. If you look at 2 blank.
So some of the 10 individuals who abstained from the process, they said, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. Obadiah Williams, the National Vice Chair for Mobilization, said he's neutral. Mr. F. Augustine L. Pay, also the Vice Chair for Press and Propaganda, said no. I mean, he did not give a sign. He didn't say no. He didn't say yes. Sis Alicia, the Assistant Secretary General, she didn't say no. She didn't say yes. Mistress Howard Johnson Flomo did not say no. Did not say yes. Let me just say one more. Miss Harriet Chokpa, the Bon County Chair, didn't say yes. Didn't say no. So these are people who abstained from the process.
So that's a total of 10, and we have 2 blank votes.
Blank votes.
These are people that say we have to be neutral also.
Okay.
All right. So, but because the decision was not in the interest of the political leader, because at the time of the consultation, the political leader was in the States in America.
You want to talk to the microphone?
Yes. At the time of the decision, the political leader was in America. When we have the consultation,
they
came up with a resolution. So a communication was sent to her. A communication was sent to her, informing her about the resolution voted upon by the National Coordinating Council per the Constitution of the Movement for One Liberia.
So
but because it was not in her interest,
this resolution with the 61 signatories was held when she was in the United States. How did she vote no?
That was a communication.
Okay.
That was a communication.
Okay.
And she told her plainly she's not in the interest of that.
Okay.
So we might know.
Okay. All right.
So
when she returned, then you did this communication informing her.
Concerning. So she was bold to that. She says she's not in the interest of that. She's not supporting it.
Okay, so let me read the first paragraph of this communication you sent to her. So you say, Dear Madam Cooper, we write to recommend to your honorable office a resolution to endorse the re-election of His Excellency President George Weah come the 2023 general and presidential elections. There have been series of consultations and communications of the National Coordinating Council, which comprises of the national and county executives of the Movement for One Liberia, MOL, to arrive at this endorsement with the fact that no one political party can win the 2023 general and presidential elections. There is a need for collaboration of the political parties, either with the opposition or the ruling party. Since the opposition political parties are not serious to collaborate, we have decided to endorse the Coalition for Democratic Change, second term and re-election of President George Manneh Weah. Okay. So there's a communication you sent her.
That's a communication.
What does she say?
She said no, she's not in favor of the decision. So because of that, the decision, the resolution was trashed, and she never honored the resolution. And that's why she took a decision to take the party to the Unity Party Alliance.
What does your constitution say with reference to how these decisions can be made? Can the executive committee make a decision and the political leader overturn it single-handedly?
Well, I think you have a copy right there. The resolution, look there. You see the first paragraph.
For the sake of the audience.
The first paragraph. The first paragraph there. The first and second paragraph.
Yeah, so section 1 is saying more than 2 members of the National Coordinating Council, which includes the national and county executive committee members of the Movement for One Liberia endorse the, so say according to the constitution of the Movement for One Liberia, the National Coordinating Council decisions are final and only subject to review by convention.
Yeah.
Did she take the institution to convention before objecting to your endorsement of the president?
No. So, the Movement for One Liberia is a peaceful party. We are very peaceful.
Okay.
So we decided. So since that occurred, we have never discussed this outside. We kept it in because we are peaceful people, and we decided we'd be peaceful. So the decision was taken to take the party to the United Party Alliance. We said no, we can't go there. So you see, bulk of the people, that was the majority block of the Movement for One Liberia, refused to follow Madam Kupo to the United Party Alliance, and we decided to stand by the resolution to support the Excellency Dr. George Bannanwea re-election. So here we are today. And we are also making an appeal to her because we also understand sometimes because of personal feelings and interests, sometimes you get it more. Because what happened here, Madam Cooper has supported President Weah as Senator 2014.
Okay.
And President, after she contested 2017, she supported President Weah. So probably there will be some mixed feelings.
Okay.
So with this, we decided to take the law in our hands or to come up with another decision. But we are still making an appeal to her. It is not too late. We are making an appeal to Her Excellency Madam Cooper to withdraw her support from the Unity Party Alliance.
Why are you making an appeal when there is a constitution that you should be following?
Of course. As I just told you, we are a peaceful people, and we decided, not to go into other issues and other stuff.
Using the law is not being violent.
Of course.
That's the right way to proceed when you're using your constitution. So how is it not really peaceful?
Of course. As I said, that's the constitution. It was quoted there. That's the law. That's the constitution of the Movement for One Liberia. But yet, she's the leader. She's the political leader. She's the standard bearer of the party. And she chose to go towards the Unity Party. So we look at the whole issue. We say, okay, let's slip into lies.
Okay.
But yet with that, we are still calling upon her to withdraw her support for the Unity Party. Okay? To support His Excellency Dr. George Bannanwea, because she did it 2014, she did it 2017. So we are still appealing to her to withdraw her support for the United Party Alliance, because we know that it is not in the interest of the Liberian people. The decision to support the United Party Alliance or to support the former Vice President Joseph Yuma Boakai is not in the interest of the Liberian people. It's not in the interest of the people. So we are calling upon her to withdraw her support, to join us, the majority bloc, to support His Excellency Dr. George Bannanwea, because we feel that Dr. George Bannanwea deserves a second term.
Okay.
Based upon his achievement, his achievement, as President of the Republic of Liberia, he has accomplished a lot. So we are calling upon Honorable Madam Cooper to join us, and others who cross over with her to join us to come back. And not only her, we are also sending our voice to the opposition bloc. All right? We believe that the coalition of democratic change arms is open to opposition blocks. So we are also calling on the opposition bloc, those political parties out there who have not made a decision to endorse. We are also calling them to join us to endorse His Excellency Dr. George Bannanwea, because that is the right way for the Liberian people.
Okay.
And we will give you reason why.
You're going to give us the reasons.
Right. So just before we go to Oliver, I would like to have a follow-up. You wrote a communication to your political leader, and of course, it did not go as you guys actually anticipated it was going to go. So was there any formal meeting where you had to meet your political leader to have, just a discussion amongst yourselves? Did you guys actually have any meeting before, the decision was made by her to go to the Unity Party?
Well, she when the decision was made, as I said, she was so angry, and there was nothing of such.
you guys did not sit down to have a discussion
the full coordinated council, because the constitution says that if you read it, okay, probably a few people gathered, but it was never the coordinating council. Yeah, the coordinating council never sat down.
Okay. So she already supported the Unity Party after the first round, right? That's October, and now we've gone to the runoff, and right now campaign is ongoing. So why do you think that she will get back to you as a political party or as a vast political leader to have another discussion to support the president like she did in previous years? Why do you think that will work?
Well, if Costa of all person can come back to support his excellent Dr. George Manneh Weah, I think it's not too late. It's not too late when it comes to making decisions. It's not too late. It was the first round, and we saw how the first round ended. So the second round, it's an opportunity to revisit your decision.
Okay.
So we are making an appeal that you may revisit your decision to join us to support excellence Dr. George Manneh Weah re-election.
Okay, so let's go back to you. You reached a decision, the majority bloc, according to you, to support the re-election of the president. Now, Madam Cooper, on the other hand, has decided to support Mr. Bwaka, which is her right, according to the laws of our country. Now, since you reached that decision, what have you done as a majority bloc, towards, achieving your goal of having the president re-elected? What have you done?
Well, we have started engaging our people within the 15 sub political division of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
We have a campaign team set up that started engaging our people from community to community, from village to village, from town to town. We have photos of it here.
Okay.
And I think you can see the flyers there. We ourselves did that from our own end with all support from the CDC.
Okay.
Okay. So you should tell people we are not a belly-driven politician.
Okay.
Or they say, because you're supporting the ruling party, people have given you a lot of money. So that's why you are doing XYZ. I tell them, I can say that for free. I have not received, the movement for One Liberia majority bloc have not received a dime from the coalition of democratic change. Our decision is not a personal interest decision. Our decision was not made based upon personal interest. But after analyzing the political landscape of our country and realizing the achievement of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, we believe he deserves it. So we make the decision, we stand by, we are resolved to support His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah come November 14, Tuesday, to elect him as President of the Republic of Liberia. We are resolved on that.
Why not Bwaka?
Okay, thank you. A man who cannot keep a coalition together cannot hold Liberia together. There's a man that was a chairman at the time CPP split. He was the chairman.
Okay.
Okay, and he couldn't maintain. He couldn't maintain the CPP. He couldn't. How can this man maintain a nation? So these are issues. Again, this man is 82 years old. Not only being 82, I hear people say 78. All the way they are trying to drop the age down.
I mean, he's
78.
He's around 77, 78, 79.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
He might be 80 next year.
Okay. So, this man is old. Not only being old, because we have seen other old leaders, but he's very sick. This man is very sick from heart failure. And our constitution says that even a certain president who is elected as president, if you are incapacitated to serve within the constitution, it laid out the basic, aging or sickness, if you're incapacitated to serve, you must resign. So why should we elect someone who is about to resign? Why should we elect? So are we electing this man? After election, we say, resign because you are incapacitated to serve? So where are we going? Where are we headed to? So these are some reasons. We feel that. Another thing here is the United Party-led government have squandered the Liberian opportunity for the past 12 years. You and I know, we've been in this country. Okay, Trust me, from 1847 up to now, the United Party-led government was the only government in the history of the Republic of Liberia that received 100% aid to support its national budget. Go check the record. Go check the record. No other government has received such aid for the international community. But this the UP-led government has squandered the Liberian opportunity. Should we bring them back to power?
Somebody could argue that Bwaka was not the president when that was happening. He was just the vice president.
Of course, but he benefited from it. He was there. He was there. That's why people, God raised an issue, and I want to agree with him. So Honorable Bwaka he's ungrateful, right? Because how can you work with a corrupt government as he speak, as he say the government was corrupt? Okay. You know the government was corrupt, or the government was squandering the Liberian opportunity, and you sat down there, you benefited from the government, you served as vice president for 12 years. Why you couldn't resign? Why you couldn't resign? You resign and tell Liberian, I resign because the government is corrupt. I resign because the government is squandering the Liberian opportunity. I can work with such government. I think that could be the best interest of the Liberian people. When you sat there and served for 12 years, and after benefiting everything, you say, the government squandered.
In the event where Mandela Cooper would have won as president and you're sitting as the vice president, in that situation, the reference you're making, will you have resigned if you were in the shoes of Mr. Bwaka?
Trust me, the records are there. Trust me. If I was in the position of the former VP or Ambassador Bwaka, and Madam Cooper is the president, I'm the vice president, I will tell if on several occasions she can listen to me and know she's heading in the direction that's not in the interest of Liberian people. Trust me, I will resign. I will definitely resign.
You're saying it because you're not a vice president.
No, trust me, I will.
You're saying it because you are a vice presidential candidate.
I will. I will. Well, that's compared with like Honorable Bwaka. Honorable Bwaka knew he had an ambition for the presidency. You had an ambition for the presidency, except if you don't have ambition, that's another thing.
Okay.
If you don't have ambition, another thing. But when you had an ambition for the presidency and you sat down while the government was calling the Liberian opportunity, you benefited from it. You said, now the government. No. I think the best thing you would have done to resign, I resign because I think the government is cornering the Liberian opportunity.
Okay.
That would be the best in the interest of Liberian people. Okay. And I also want to speak to the reason why we decided to support His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. Okay. We, the Movement for One Liberia, majority black, after analyzing the political landscape of the Republic of Liberia, observing his occupancy as president of Liberia, we observed President Weah accomplished a lot, far more than any other president in 6 years after he inherited a broken economy caused by Ebola virus. Okay? The departure of oil and the combination of other exogenous factors. These are issues that affected the UP government before the arrival or before the occupancy of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. So he inherited a broken economy.
Okay.
That was a serious challenge for anyone. That was a serious challenge.
Okay.
In the midst of several challenges, like the COVID-19, after he took over, he became president 2018, 2019. The COVID-19 hit the world. Okay? COVID-19 that globally devastated all countries around the world. The ongoing Russia war, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, with its negative economic impacts, compounded by limited international financial support to the Weah-led government. A massive financial inflow that the UP government benefited and squandered. In such a circumstantial situation, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah was able to achieve. I think he deserved a second term. So that's why we are here to tell Liberian people, let's give this man a second term. Okay? Now we have a lot of arguments. So I think the argument here is not fair to compare 12 years with 6 years, because most often people compare United Party 12 years with the CDC 6 years. I don't think it's a fair thing.
Okay.
All right? Now, the United Party have eaten the 12 years. Let George Weah eat his 12 years. He completed 6. Again, another 6 years. He completed 12 years. And then we compare the 12 years. We compare the 12 years of the United Party. And then we compare the 12 years of George Manneh Weah. And we see which one is better than which. I think there will be a fair argument Okay, so I just want to make some emphasis on some of the achievement that he achieved within the midst of such circumstances situation.
Okay,
I want to start with the budget issue because the budget, without a budget, you cannot run a country. Even you cannot run a home, you cannot run any institution or a budget.
Okay, so before you start to take your flight, with the budget and other achievement of the president.
Yeah.
Now somebody is critically sitting, listening to the conversation, and they're kind of confused. Now you're mentioning all of these achievements by the president. You're talking about how the president inherited, a broken economy. The country was not that okay when he took over. The global economic situation impacted to a greater extent from a negative perspective his administration. COVID-19 came, global pandemic also impacted negatively the global trade.
Yeah.
In the midst of all of these acknowledgments, the question then will become, why were you contesting to become vice president against this same president who you just informed the Liberian people that he's doing well? Why were you guys contesting in the first place?
That's the reason why we withdrew, and then we decided to collaborate with a political party.
Okay,
all right. I think you read it in the resolution. Okay, it's called election with no political candidate. I never contested. Manakuba never contested.
Okay.
So she supported the United Party.
That's correct.
Okay,
that's correct.
So based upon this achievement, we said no.
Okay. So it was based upon all of the president's performance.
Yes.
That's why you went into the collaboration and I mean the resolution and decided to go the way of the president, and she alone took flight to the opposition community.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you may proceed on the economy.
Okay. Now, I want to start with the issue of the budget because the budget is one of the most important things. Without the budget, you can carry on development. Without the budget, you can run the country. I just told you the United Party government was one of the government that received 100% aid to support its national budget as compared with the George Weah-led government. The George Weah-led government, there's a government that is struggling to raise revenue to support its budget, but yet it's doing extremely well. It's doing extremely well. The Weah-led government performed well when it comes to revenue mobilization. That must give applause to them.
Okay.
Weah government has an unprecedented increase in domestic revenue mobilization, which has resulted to an improvement of the national budget to nearly $1 billion United States dollars, from 580 million to 740 million.
Okay.
I think that's a plus. The increase in domestic revenue has stabilized the economy. This government has the most stable exchange rate in West Africa. There has been largest drop in inflation rate from 40% to the current 6.9%, considered to be the fastest and the most spectacular drop inflation in economic history. Our government has improved and reformed the government structure at the central bank.
Okay.
Adding credibility to monetary policies, rebuild the net international reserve, what we call the NIR, from the low account of the UP-led government, improve audit of government revenue account with better financial record than the United Party-led government. The Weah government is strongly fighting against corruption, money laundering, drugs, and illicit financial outflow. That the United Party-led government continue to lie and accuse the George Weah government.
Okay.
The issue of drugs were existing before George Weah took over. You were always here. Okay? But the propaganda and the lies that the Liberian people are buying, because they said the George Weah government had drugs all over. But I think if the United Party-led government was against drugs, they would have passed a law, all right, to prohibit that, all right, to fight against drugs. But nothing was done.
Okay.
The very government that are criticizing the Weah-led government and said that promoting drugs, there is the government that passed a law. All right? There's the very government. The Weah government, as I said earlier, is strongly fighting. It's fighting against drugs. It's also fighting against corruption, money laundering. Okay? This government has passed the new anti-money laundering legislation. I'm going you aware of it, which empowered the Financial Intelligence Unit to fight illicit financial outflow, such as money laundering, drugs, and terrorist financing. The Weah government has already passed the new LACC Act, giving a broader mandate to LACC to fight corruption. But yet, They are saying the government is this and that and that. Now, the We Are government is working to limit tax waiver for concession, which in the last 3 years have cost us more than $300 million United States dollars. The government have done nothing, but look at what the government is doing. But yet people come on radio, national radio, say the government have achieved nothing, have done nothing, is doing nothing. Look at what the government is doing. And I also want to talk a little bit about salary harmonization.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of lies out there that the government have cut down my salary, and SYC, the country is high and this and that. For God's sake, man, dear, we are being in Liberia. Look at the United Party-led government for the past 12 years. Now, there's a government, at the time they took over, the budget was between 80 to 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Mm-hmm. They increased the budget from 80 to 100 million to 600 million. So the United Party-led government was in between 500 and 600 million. Now, with that budget, they have 87.3% allocated for recruitment expenditure. Even when Kafan was foreign minister, that's when he went to America. At the time Obama was president of America, when he was asked about the budget. I mean, it was so disgraceful to have a budget. Let's look at our neighboring country, Sierra Leone, right here. Sierra Leone and Liberia have similar budget, but Sierra Leone budget they have 50% allocated for recruitment expenditure, but Liberia at the time 87.3%. So what are you doing with the money? So it means that the money that you collect to say you're supporting the country, you put it in the pocket. When we have super ministers, all right, we have ministers making 30,000, 25,000. We have people making 15,000. All right, with a lot of gas slaves and trash cars. So can you imagine that? So that's Georgia said no. That's why the harmonization policy were introduced to cut down the super ministerial salary, no fat salary. Okay, so President Weah took a hard decision of slashing the bloom of salary of public officials and cut his own salary. He started for his own self, okay, by 25%. With the new cuts, government generated 9.6 million United States dollars in savings annually. President Weah's proper approach to economic justice. No member of his cabinet makes more than 7,200. I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
All right? More than 7,200 monthly, as compared to the monthly earning of the United Party-led government, 15 to 30,000 US dollars. There has been a reform in the broken civil service salary structure, with an increase in pay of over 15,000 government workers after harmonization process. The Weah government increased doctor salary from 700 USD to 2,000. Can you imagine that? At a time when government officials, I would consider to be super ministers, were making 30 to 25,000 US dollars. Medical data that came to save lives, they were making 700. Can you imagine that? So people criticize the harmonization and policy. Now, with that, the harmonization policy only affected people with huge salary. Okay, it never affected civil servant. So I will get to that.
So in the midst of all of, I mean, we got to ration the time. Okay. You know,
so let me give a little summary. Let me give a little summary of that. Don't talk too much. Now, even the issue of civil servant crime, all right, the harmonization policy did not affect the civil servant. What happened to the civil servant? There was a reform within the civil servant salary, because as a civil servant at the time of retirement, there was nothing much given. Okay, so there was a letter called to say you can save this. So at the time of your retirement, there can be some benefit.
Okay,
all right, but people don't understand that. They take that out of proportion. So everything that is done, I believe, is done in the interest of the Liberian people.
So you name all of these issues, yet and still, your political leader choose to take a different flight.
Yeah. So as I was saying, this government deserves a second term with all the achievement. That's why I'm telling the Liberian people: do not look into do not listen to the propaganda. Do not listen to the mere lies. This government have achieved a lot. It achieved a lot. Even when we come to infrastructure, the Weah government have massive infrastructure ongoing, particularly roads. This government has built more than 235 kilometers of primary roads since 2018. The Harper Roads project, the Fishtown Road, Ganta to Yekepa Road, Sanikwele to Lokatua Road, Banka to Sarah Road, Medina to Ravasport Road, Tabata back to Sakepie, Toastan to Tabata Road, Branca to Salaye Road,
so
many.
So some of these,
And repaired 160 kilometer urban community roads with 620 kilometer primary and urban road ongoing, including the RIA road. But all these people are saying the government has done nothing, and you see these are visible things that you can see. Now go at the RIA road right now. Just get in a car if you are going to the airport. See the development that is going on. But yet the government, people are saying the government have done nothing. The government have nothing. So that's why we, the Movement for One Liberia majority plan, we say we are not supporting Joseph Boakai. Because these are people that feel the Liberian people for the past 12 years. We believe these people are not in the interest of Liberian people.
Okay.
They are so desperate for power because they want to come and once again squander the Liberian opportunity. We said no. We will not support them and will not vote them. That's why we are here. We are calling on all Liberians, all our supporters, members, and supporters of the Movement for One Liberia within the 15th subdivision of the Republic of Liberia from Nima County, Lofa, Riverside, Crane Crew, Crane Basso, and other counties. We are saying to you, don't vote on Boakai because the United Party is not in the interest of Liberian people. Join us and let them vote for His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. He deserves a second term based upon the achievement.
Okay. Thank you very much. So,
so just one last question, right? We've had a lot of people who've said, I'm supporting President George Weah because of all of the reasons you just listed. So one would want to think that maybe at a point in time you were promised maybe some sort of job, if the president is reelected or if the president is retained. Is that the case that you're pushing now, being way more vocal about, the president's reelection?
I just told you that the Movement for One Liberia majority bloc have not received a damn. And apart from that, there is no promise made.
No promise at
all.
No
promise made. There is no job promise. Okay. We are doing this because we believe that what we are seeing visiting is in the interest of Liberian people.
Okay.
So it's not about personal interest. It's not about me being a deputy minister or director or getting a job from the government. No. It's not about me putting cash in my pocket. No. But if you check my record. All right? I'm not there for that. We are in the interest of the Liberian people. Okay.
All right, you're in the interest of the Liberian people. So we're going to go over to the lines very shortly and speak with our callers. But as we go into the elections this month, the 14th of this month, we're going to the elections. We got less than 11 days to campaign. What is the majority bloc going to do? How prepared are you?
Well,
what plans do you have?
The recent time we had a meeting, try to re-strategize how we are going to engage the whole process. Because the issue of complacency is not in our confine. We agree that the citizen government won the first round, but we never meet with the goal, the set up goal, the 50+1. So we have to work. And therefore, we put a mechanism in place. We had a campaign team put in place. We have a team engaging the various communities. Even as I speak to you right now, we have people in the communities going from door to door. All right? Engaging people, teaching them how to vote. Because we observed for the past election, the October 3rd election, there was a massive invalid vote.
Right.
So one of our strategy in engaging our people in the community is to teach them. I think I have something here like that. This. We are going into the community. You see this? We are going to the community with this. Going from door to door, from house to house, from village to village, from town to town, from community to community. Engaging our people.
That's a sample ballot paper.
Sample ballot. And everything we are doing, trust me, we are doing from our own pocket. I can challenge anybody. CDC have not given us a dime. We are doing it on our own. We printed banners. We printed flyers. We printed this, the mock ballot.
Ladies and gentlemen, old man, old man, young guy, young boy, first time voter, when you reach 18, listen to the one so you can tell the people who not here. Number 2, get up. Oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know number 2. Oh no, wait, oh no. Well, the only number 2 on the here, the thing you want to talk it. Okay, November 14, that the day where the people will go to choose the president. And my own president, with the order of president, is on number 2 on the paper. So John Man and we are. So the one I see, and can put my fingerprint to number 1 and number 2. And that 2 there? No, sir, no. That one pass, sir. That invalid vote. Putting the checking mark or the egg mark or your fingerprint on the one with the found woman. The one with the woman. That the one we call number 2. Do some 2. So beside when I put my fingerprint near that found woman, number 2. I'm gonna do nothing again. Yeah, Gonna, you get it right. You don't eat your school fee with GB and Zogro for nothing. Number 2, get up. Oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know number 2. Oh no, wait, oh no.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. The Honorable Johnson Blodgett is in studio. He's the vice tender bearer of the Movement for One Liberia political party. According to him, his boss, Madam Magdala Cooper, has decided to support Mr. Boyka, but he and the rest of the executive committee members signed a resolution which was endorsed by the National Executive Committee members to support the re-election of the president, His Excellency Dr. George Manasseh. You've been listening to the reasons stipulated. According to him, that we as government, under extreme economic situations, circumstances, was able to do a lot for the people of our country, mentioning the free tuition policy, highlighting the gains made in road construction, stabilizing the Liberian economy, expansion of electricity, the rule of law, the maintenance and sustenance of the peace of our country, and all other issues he was able to catalog right here on the conversation. You've been listening. What do you think from all of what he said? What is your take on it? Join us on 086 500 104, 0776 104 104 to be a part of the conversation here on 87.9. Those of you outside Liberia, you can join us on +231 86 500 104. Let's go over to line 1 and take this first question. Go ahead. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Oliver, how you doing?
We are great, sir. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Arvin Igina. I'm joining you from Mount Barkley.
Mount Barkley, Ivan. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah. Oh, my brother, I'm very following your talk show a lot of time, but sometimes it will not be coming out. I don't know why.
We pick you up today.
Okay. I'm so grateful to the Honorable for the law of the history for the Liberians. Because I can see those who are following Unity Party, they know a lot of people in Liberia. Let me just say this. My point is that in Liberia, we waiting to see Liberia, the betterness of Liberia. Then we want for President Weah. Because President Weah has been a lot of tangible that we can see. In the past, President, we are not seeing. I'm very little. I am moving. Even I'm passing to work, class to my fellow. Those who know me that we can give the support to what President Weah. President Weah here, party for us. Because we, our parents, not have.
Oh my God! You went off. Sorry, we didn't cut you off. You went off. This other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Good evening. Kamara calling for Chief.
Kamara, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
I would like to applaud the Honorable in studio for the sound decision he took. Yeah, I listened to him very well, and he spoke a lot. And I like for politicians to be very sincere. I think in the pictures when they speaking position, we can look at the track record to see how best we can follow them. I think he's a very fair person. To be very sincere, this person has done extremely well. We know there are some difficulties that this is first this year, but he need another thing. I think a lot of people, some money people like this honorable man like him to look at this kind of decision. That will get better. It's good to be sincere. When you are sincere, God can bless you. There are people who just.
Oh my God. I think something is wrong with this telephone line. But let's see if we can squeeze in this other person. Then we go to line 2. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello, let's hear you.
Why is something is very true. You see, if Liberia are having on 2 or 3 politicians that they smell who in the studio there, Liberia are going to be better. But you know, some of the politicians now, you can see the truth and they hide it. Because they want to get in power, and when they get in power, they will be worse than the person who was there. Now, I can hear some people, I think today, there's nothing we can argue here somebody. They say Chancellor was better. I think, but Chancellor, when you say, I'm going to go with the big issue that Chancellor better today? Yeah. You are calling Chancellor, say Chancellor, I'm going with the big issue. You are going with Koloma. Which Chancellor, they were having the street back already. Chancellor said, you know what, no small back already in the place here. Okay, early Johnny said, when you get in power, you bought a small back already in the place there. Today, they're crying. They say that we have for the country. Go and live with them. You see?
Okay. Thank you very much, my brother. We'll leave you right there. Let's leave you and take another person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Bonafa.
Bonafan, let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the program. I love that your man is still. It's very sincere. Our problem with visiting the country, everybody want to get on their table. But everything about this country, everybody want to say, oh, the man is taking Buga, the man is bringing push. They forgot to know that opportunity for the one that make draw to be in this country today. But I'm very sincere and thank you for the program. I will always want to go for Jowia. Even if after this thing you want to go for them, we'll still go for Jowia.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
We leave you right there. We leave you right there. Let's take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yes, okay.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is Tuton Olejeto. Ala Popo Tifena from Lukna. Okay, let me explore Mandela Cooper.
His name is Honorable Blodgett.
Blodgett.
Oh my God. We missed out on this caller. Let's leave you and take this other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Okay. How you doing, Papa?
We're good. There should be Man CC from Claratown.
Yes. Thank you for the recognition. And me say thank you to my son. My son, welcome.
You listening?
I have been listening to you, Mata Asanaye. My brother, you understand it. The whole issue in this country. Although you have your political leader, I know CC or who are only.
Mandela Cooper.
Mandela Cooper, I understand her problem. I know her ego. Where it's coming from.
What problem?
What problem? I want to tell you, ma.
Why?
And then I'll explain to you.
I want to know. I want to know.
I know, my man, give me I want to tell you on the platform. I know there was more ego. I know where you're coming from. But I thank God, I thank God that I want to understand the whole thing. Like you said, we have 16,000 troops in the country. Why are you laughing?
Go ahead.
Why are you laughing?
Go ahead.
We have 16,000 troops in the country. Let me, my brother just said, security will be very important on the editor. No, we know like there is problem. We know like it's problem. There's a Christian. Only to a little pay. We just came from war. And we are. Then we must take over. A lot of money came to the country. A lot of donor, a lot of money. It came to the country that was supporting the government bill. So therefore, making 60,000 in this country. That what Ali Pikin said. Here, who said that? So then they can't play when they turn out of the place. Start to book out on shoe. Start to say, but to the window. That what can I tell them? They were making the money. But we say we have to over. But so, you know, they do this. They play protest against it. It is that do the coronavirus joking in this country. Yeah, all the people say we are going to still get ourselves. But yeah, all the challenges, but we are so different. You know, complain about say, oh, and I'm doing SYT. I say we are saying the process. He pay our tuition free. He pay you was free. All of the best way. They say no, okay, now your country money. When you use that one thing, but all of them when they spoil other people, send it to America, a lot of things are going on. You couldn't get out there. But they say we are saying no, that was together. When he bring in government and you know what was there, it will not go because we have to know. Let's keep it around. And the party I was there in your country, you want to go against it, some of our nation. Some of you are making $100 the body. You for your money. You didn't for your money, but for making 50,000. And the money you got to for on board. Now you can tell yourself, you go say that, let's go see come. He said no. You are like wherever is away. And the party I was there, you know, we are doing there, he became push. That we are trying they close down and they close Central Street, they close it down. But they push the street down like that. I said, push the street down. They said, the push was too much. Even the workers was smoking the push.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh. Hey, why you said thank you after saying no one? Anyway, that's your opinion. It doesn't in any way reflect the editorial policy of our show. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. Hello? Yeah, man, Sisi. There is never a day you will call without causing trouble on the radio. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Good evening.
You got to leave your radio when you do call.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
Yeah. Kike, this is Louis Gate calling from Tuparu, Shawa Community District 4.
Shawa Community, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to speak to the Liberians. Liberians should remember, every leader we have in this country to bring development, people always go against him. Way back in the 60s, 80s, in the 80s, Liberia was called Small America. All part of the world here, Small America, Small America. When those were developing this country, we sat down here, we went against him. And today he came, our native brother, just money we are. He is bringing up competence or development in this country. We are sitting down today, our eyes is open. Other people who are going to destroy their country, they are fooling you. They are telling you they may never do something. And you're about. Here is a message that going the entire Liberian, whether you're from Lopa, whether you're from Nimba, whatsoever, they're all good for Just Mane Wia. Just Mane Wia is the president that God sent. He is the God sent president, Liberian.
Okay, thank you very much. God sent president, according to you. This person, let's hear you 1 minute. Hello, go ahead, Chief. We are great, my dear brother.
This is Abraham P. Collins. P. Collins calling from Calfatre, Senegal Road.
Calfatre Abraham, go ahead, sir.
My brother, we cannot be deterred. We know what about we have to stay for. Mention today I went to PhD. Beyond the marriage. I couldn't move. I just speak. We have been so my brothers. These people, they were getting $4 salary a rent. For minister making 30,000, 20,000. Are you serious? Ambassador, we are here and break the camel back. What are you telling us? See the transformation. Very often unit. Very small back. Rock on the activity. One thing. All fellow Liberians. What thing you people want? You tell them about okay. Liberian people. Don't say our eyes. Ambassador, we are there for good. If we are for this country. Don't come to promote putting my brother. We're not going to make any mistakes. We're for Ambassador Wia. We know that this way is setting, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting me aside.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We take this other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good evening, KOK.
Good evening, my brother. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you for having me, KOK. I'm Emmanuel M. Super Jr., chairman of the Intellectual Southeast Cinema 14. Well, KOK, let me appreciate your studio guest from the Mandela Cooper party. And I think I listened to his elaboration. He elaborated quite lengthily and well. He could have put it rightly than when he put it. Because what President Weah has done, it is vivid in his word and in our word. The things that President Weah has done is not something that you need to check for because it is written on the wall. But what baffles me is whenever I see the folks on the United Party who support JNB, there's nothing tangible they can show about JNB. All of his 12 years in the vice presidency and for his 43 years, all of the years in serving government. They don't show any tangible things that President Weah have done. The only thing they're going to tell us is, oh, the man has a clean hand. Clean hand is always got clean when Samuel Costa alleged for money that he gave to rent his own party headquarters. He took 40,000 out of the money and all from the listening to him then that President to his personal use. I'm a voice to, the movement is still the vice senator is still the Mandela Cooper party, so all of those who didn't vote for President, we had the 2010 election, we need to join the convoy of the CDC, join development, be a patriotic Liberian, because I know you're going to face criticism when you come and join the CDC, they will say, oh, you're unpatriotic, but we are tired of this rhetoric. I think it's a cliche in our ear because we're going to follow development. Thank you, KOK, for a 4 minute time on your platform.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll take the other person. We'll take 4 more calls and we go to our guest for his parting comments. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
Hello, KOK.
Hello, this is the president friend, Orita Dole from Chikizu Factory. Quickly.
Yes, thank you. Okay. KOK, I want to tell your studio guest, thank you. You see, working like people, what we really need. When I see United Party people, they are leadership in the country against that for the country to be destroyed. What we really want. When I see United Party boss, their leader. They tell us 10,000 of cars and destroy the hydro, the electricity, the water, everything. So they want the United Party people want behind us. When I don't want to get us 12 years. When a mansion boy, they want to build it. In 12 years, sir, they said they were going to build a mansion in 3 days, sir. For 12 years, they're not building a mansion. What the United Party people want? After we're on the way in the country, they got a big money. They were going to clap and clap and clap. All the clap, they were booming. They never see all of them people what they really want to see. Why don't people get like them more chance? I want to talk to my Nimbani. They're Lodians. You're not ungrateful people. No one not made that United Party for the mayor to appear that you are ungrateful. President, we are doing that for you. You're so job worker. You're diamond bar. You're glory bar. Why you are trusting your believing too much? Why you are worshiping? What did he get you? What he do for your land? And still your small children. To do it for you. Don't small children. Why you are born before? Why Joe Banker grandfather for? And still don't give me to kill development in our country. So what is really your one now? The podcast on the ground and where I work. Nibali, why you asking why you left me doesn't consider to use you like that? Some they are finally pull their Johnson over.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we thank you. You consider your decision. You see on the development of person we are getting you. You're wrong. You see what we like for so what we get with hearing for. You're already getting and you will come wrong. Why you want? You pull me yourself against the poor from Shannon County. They see where poor man for them, then our president, we are too for them, then why your problem will take you. You're vote number 2. Thank you.
We leave you right there. Maurita Do, we leave you. We take 3 more calls and we go to our guests right here. The lines are becoming overly crowded. Let's take this person and we take 2 more. Right after you, we take 2. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Oh, thank you, KOK. This is Robert Bakoya calling.
Go ahead, Robert.
Thank you for giving opportunity. You know, one thing I have to say to you guys in the studio, let God bless you people. Because we don't have pay to give you people. We'll continue to ask God for more blessing upon you people. Because people want the goodness of this country to be seen. People want the goodness of this country for everybody to know. Let other caller said, let me get out of the caller. Every good president that we intend to have in this country, we always have problems. This 17th Street where I live, the Cinco Bell where I live, it was President Turbo that built all the streets around here. It was President Turbo that took the road from Vitan to across all the area. If we know President Turbo was the one that built all the Stephen Turbo Estate, the Cabra Estate, to name others. So we always fought, our so-called politicians always fought the good leaders of this country. Look at how they killed Turbo. They killed Turbo thinking that they were going to fool Do. Do was a smart fellow. Later, they turned against Do again. They said Do was not doing it the right way because Do or corrupt Do are doing this. Nothing else they killed Do for because of power. They came and got the power. Look at how they misused the power in this country and the money that was sent in this country. Because the international community could not trust President Taylor, so they decided to give all the resources to Madam Salih. Where Joseph Boakai, who's supposed to be the father of everybody in this country, because from the traditional background from Bon County.
To conclude.
I'm concluding. Today, look at. He's one of the, when they're talking about liars, he's one of the independent liars. He's independent liar. Very, very independent when he's lying. You don't take time to lie. You know, I have respect for that, but he made me to know because of power, we too greedy. So these people we don't need in this country. So my dear brother are in the studio that came and gave your support to the president. You did not do it wrongly. Thank you. God will bless you. in your entire family and your movement. Thank you very much.
We leave you right there. We take a second to the last person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Good evening, Kai.
Quickly, let's hear you.
Let me say hello to say Eliza and to your studio guest, William W. Wu. From my area, Carwell.
Go ahead.
Let me say thanks to Mr. Johnson Evans so much time for all that he said is not new. What I say is not new is that this I think you put Ben saying from time to time. That person we have to own a book government. Somebody said that one and step middle in your cover. And one and step middle, you can't say person 17 for 3 months. I want to see your government running up and down here say government people all time. And you put it in your to know why I'm funny. But they want to keep it to that fair and to kind of the people because they are global society to say that the world they don't do it, man, how could they do it? But they put their mayor a decision kind. And what I want to say to Mandela Kopa is she's now a leader and that's why she never can near around because they dance it. Because the majority black they have a position. Then you go against it. And so when they become president tomorrow, that's what they'll do. So if you go showing that to us, you can't do that to us to the citizen. And they go majority talk and they don't want to do. Then you go on the side because you are Senate power. You can't do that to the country. So let me say thanks to the guys. That God bless them richly. I want to ask a question, but they already explained.
Okay.
That person put a camera around CDC, President getting a million or $1,000. But they put their juniors with their own concession. They are seeing the development. They are seeing infrastructure. 100% we are. So let me say thanks to the ever so my car.
Thank you. We'll take the last person. Go ahead. You're the last. No time.
Good afternoon, good evening, Oliver. Why you're coming on and how to my studio guest there. This is my left from St. Paul's Bishop.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Liberian people, let me tell you something. The main studio has said it all. What we're waiting for to vote President Weah for the second time. The mayor, he told everything. And now when people know what's going on, tomorrow when we put Bwaka there, they will retire him tomorrow. When they retire him, you all know how the country will be? You'll then carry Joshua for the second time. Re-election. Joshua will pay our children's school fees, wash fees, everything. What he started, let him end it. He didn't want to get hard for the country. Vote number 2, Liberians. First-time voters, vote number 2. Oh man, let myself vote number 2. The man and the woman. God said that man and woman he put in the garden. So that man and woman you must vote. Not vote number 2. I tell you, thank you, Oliver.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We take a break. When we come back, we join our studio guest for his party comments. Let's take a break to be right back. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can take this quick break. It is kind of difficult. Let's see if we can take this quick break to be right back. Let's take this break.
Today. Ladies and gentlemen, old man, old man, young guy, young boy, first time voter, when you're not 18, listen to the one so you can tell the people who not here. Number 2, get up. Oh no, wait, oh, I don't know number 2. Oh no. Oh, you wait. Oh, no. But the only number 2 on the fear, the thing you want to talk it. Okay, November 14, that the day where the black people will go to choose the president. And my own president, with the order of president, is on number 2 on the paper. So, John Man and we are. So, the one I ask him, and can put my fingerprint to number 1 and number 2. And that 2 there? No, sir, no. That one pass, sir. That invalid vote. Putting the checking mark or the egg mark or your fingerprint on the one with the found woman. The one with the woman. That the one we call number 2. Do some 2. So beside when I put my fingerprint near that found woman, number 2. I'm gonna do nothing again. Yeah, Gonna, you get it right. You don't eat your school fee with GB and Zogro for nothing. Number 2, get that, but oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know number 2. Oh no. Oh, you wait. Oh, no.
Okay, so welcome. This puppy is a veteran. But let's go over to you, Honorable Johnson Blodgett. Your party comments. You listen to the callers. What can you say to them?
Well, I want to say a big thank you. I think they understand the issue. They are not ungrateful people. Everything we say is visible. We are not saying things that is not visible. So I want to say thank you to them for realizing the effort of His Excellency, that the George Manneh, that he have achieved a lot, despite of the circumstances and situation we find ourselves in. So, for my parting statement, I want to say to the Liberian people, don't mad them. Don't mad the United Party people. Because if you say you are not supporting the United Party, it means that you don't have the country at heart. It means that you are stupid. It means that you are crazy. It means that you are not educated. Don't mad them. Don't mad the United Party people. Don't listen to the mere propaganda. Don't listen to the lies. Don't let them fool you. They have nothing to offer. So lies and failed promises. Don't listen to them. Join the movement for one Liberia majority black. And let us support His Excellency, that George Manneh we are re-election. Again, I say to you, they go on air, national radio, they say the government have done nothing. But trust me, the government that they say have done nothing, this government have constructed several modern reference hospitals and renovated John F. Kennedy Medical Center up to international standard. The Zwedru Referral Hospital is an advanced stage. The 14 military hospital in Mangibi and other 8 hospitals in Southeast. The 100-bed Embry Hospital in Bapolu, Redemption Hospital in Corway, Moserado, and newly constructed hospital in Riverside. There is an improvement of health services delivery, availability, and supply of medical equipment. But they are saying the government have done nothing. Don't listen to the lies. That's the mere propaganda. Look at the educational sector. The WIA government has a tuition-free policy at all public universities across the country and a free WAS fee for both private and public schools to upgraders. This government has made a larger investment in Sion Secondary School since the 1970s, with construction of 28 high schools, 18 early childhood schools, and the renovation of 56 public Sion Secondary schools in our country, providing educational equipment, training, and textbooks. But they say the government have done nothing. Don't listen to them. They are liars. The electricity under the WIA-led government, connection to the electricity grid has increased by more than 260% from 9,000 customers to more than 130 households or 780 individuals benefiting from that. There has been an investment in transformer meters and delivery of new substations with sustained decrease of kilowatt per hour of electricity from 35 cents to 19 to 21 cents. So don't listen to them. Even investment in agriculture, according to statistics, this government has decreased poverty rate in the country and has increased the life expectancy to 65 years, the highest in the Mana River Union MRU country.
Okay.
According to the World Development Indication, reduction of extreme poverty by more than 8% according to World Poverty Lab. Reduction in multiple dimensions of poverty as one of the 20 fastest countries that saw a dramatic decline in 2022, according to Global Multiple Dimensional Poverty Index. According to UNDP Human Development Report, Liberia are of the 10 countries that saw an increase in the Human Development Initiative in HDR 2022. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. His name is Honorable Johnson Blodgett. He's the vice standard bearer of the Movement for One Liberia, a party that is being presided over by Madam Magdala Copper as the political leader. Honorable Blodgett will be here when the invitation is extended some other time. But let's take this quick break. When we come back, we wrap it up for today's presentation. Tomorrow is holiday. It's National Thanksgiving Day. The declaration was made by the president. Let's take this break to be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, old man, old man, young guy, young boy, first time voter, when you're not 18, listen to the one so you can tell the people who not here. Number 2, get up. Oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know much. Oh no, wait, oh no. But the only number 2 on the fear, the thing you want to talk it. Okay, November 14, that the day where the people will go to choose the president. And my own president, with the order of president, is on number 2 on the paper. So John Manneh we are. So the one I him and can put my fingerprint to number 1 and number 2. And that 2 there? No, sir, no. That one pass, sir. That invalid vote. Putting the checking mark or the egg mark or your fingerprint on the one with the found woman. The one with the woman. That the one we call number 2. Do some 2. So beside when I put my fingerprint near that found woman, number 2. I'm gonna do nothing again. Yeah, Gonna you get it right. You don't eat your school fee with GB and Zoglo for nothing. Number 2 get that, but oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know much. Oh no, wait, oh no. Today. Ladies and gentlemen, old man, old man, young guy, young boy, first time voter, when you're not 18, listen to the one so you can tell the people who not here. Number 2 get that, but oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know much. Oh no, wait, oh no. But the only number 2 on the fear, the thing you want to talk it. Okay, Umba. November 14, that the day where the people will go to choose the president. And my own president, with the order of president, is a number 2 on the paper. So John Man and we are. So the one I him and can put my fingerprint to number 1 and number 2. And that 2 there? No, sir, no. That one pass, sir. That invalid vote. Putting the checking mark or the egg mark or your fingerprint on the one with the found woman. The one with the woman. That the one we call number 2. Do some 2. So beside when I put my fingerprint near that found woman, number 2. I'm gonna do nothing again. Yeah, Gonna you get it right. You don't eat your school fee with GB and Zoglo for nothing. Number 2 get that, but oh no, wait, oh no. I don't know much. Oh no, wait, oh no.
Okay, all right. So we we're done, Alexa. We got to go home. Yes, that's exactly what we ought to do. There is a report that ACOP is expected to make an endorsement tomorrow. I don't know where they're going to. But without knowing where ACOP is heading, do you have anything to say to ACOP people? The people who are members of ACOP, just before we go?
Well, I guess if I want to say something to them, they should read between the lines, basically, before making a decision to 100% endorse a particular candidate for the presidential election, because we know exactly how a lot of things have been said, and to a greater extent, I guess some people are emotionally moved by one of the things that is basically said. So I hope they're definitely reading between the lines, and they're getting their acts together to listen to the different people who are involved, to know exactly who should be supported from their angle, because I don't want anyone to make a decision, especially when we have these sensitive discussions in the studio where people are making sentimental statements when it comes to getting support from that block. So I hope they know exactly what they will do, and I hope exactly that after all they've done, they'll be able to stand by what they've chosen. I really hope for that, because after all of these different things, after the elections, we'll get back here to remind some people. So I really hope that they do what is to be done.
Okay, so ACOP is going to make a decision on tomorrow, I'm told. If nothing will intercept tonight, that means ACOP should be making a political decision on tomorrow. I will await ACOP's decision before making any statement. But like you said, if we are to caution them, it will be very important we inform them that whatever decision that will be made should be made based on reasoning, and don't allow emotions to
get in the way of,
drive your desire to make a particular decision. And like I always told people, this thing they call thirst, in Labrador we say a testy. It means you won't drink. You want to water down your throat. When you're encountering thirst as a human, it is so crucial to the extent that you will start to have the desire of wanting to drink anything that appears to be liquid. Now that is where you got to be very cautious, because if you allow the thirst, for liquid to put you beyond control, you may even take acid water as a solution. You may drink urine. You may even take the Sonin water. It's water from Sonin, put it in the bottle and drink it because you think you're thirsty. Sometimes when you exercise patience under extreme circumstances, that's when you have the best results coming out. Our ACA people, without wanting to be judgmental or without wanting to, be segregative, our people are people from our community. We know the ACA people. I mean, majority of the ACA people are people from our community. We know the politics being played by the Unity Party people, but trust me, they do not love you. I mean, from their political leader down to key members of the Unity Party, they do not love you. They're pushing the politics of tribe and religion to you, ACOP. That's why Unity Party people are preaching. They're telling you that Bwaka is going to do it better for you than what President Weah is doing. So before you make the decision tomorrow, ask them to show you Joe Bwaka employment listing. The entire list of those who were on the payroll of Mr. Bwaka when he was vice president for 12 years. Let the man show you the employee listing, of Mr. Bwaka, and see if you can find some of your brothers and sisters. I mean, the ACA people. If you find 2-3 of your community members on Joe Bwaka employment list, then trust me, will resign from the platform. That is exactly what it is. Now, those who are forcing you to go and endorse Bwaka, ask them to show you pictures. Let us show you 4 or 5 pictures of Mr. Bwaka going to any mosques in this country in the past 6-7 years. Let them show you picture or show you video of Mr. Bwaka going to pray. With a lot of you in our community, in the community, most of you in the community, let them show you Mr. Bwaka identifying with you in the mosque. They will not show you those pictures because if this is somebody who got serious issues with you, I mean, it is no secret. He said it in Lofa. The audio is available, the video all over. Ask some of your friends, they have the video, they will play it to you. You will see how demeaning he spoke about you. So don't fall prey to anybody who's going to convince you that Bwaka is the best person and so you should go to him. By the way, they have no moral grounds to criticize the president's tolerance and acceptance of who you are as our Liberian brothers and sisters. These are people who despise you. These are people who do not have a space in their heart for you. I mean, Mr. Bwaka, if he's so much in love with you, our brothers and sisters from the community, if he's so much in love with you, what he would have done was to push for his boss, Madam Salih, to have had an appointment of a religious advisor for Islamic affairs in their government. He did not do it. Now, the man who they're forcing you to go and endorse, the man who people pushing you to go and endorse, he sat there as vice president 12 years. One day, in that country, a man said, we need an advisor for Islamic affairs. One day, one single day, Bwaka ain't think about that thing. It is George Weah who has appointed an Islamic advisor, to the office of the president. They will not tell you it. Now, they will not even tell you that not a single of your brothers had access to Vice President Bwaka when he was vice president for 12 years. Today, you go to the office of the president, even if you cannot speak English, there is somebody there who can understand your language from the community. You enter the office, you just start speaking your dialect. Kalasco is going to respond to you. 12 years ago, you enter Mr. Bwaka's office, you speak all of the things you want to speak from Tusu, you speak your language, you want to speak from Kwanum Boni, nobody going to understand it. So these are people who are pushing you to believe that Mr. Weah is not doing it. Mr. Weah is not better off. Now, for them to grade Mr. Bwaka over Mr. Weah, these are questions you should ask them. Tell them how many of our brothers were working with Bwaka. Let Bwaka show you guys his payroll as vice president. How many of your brothers he hired? Why he did not advance his boss lady to appoint an Islamic advisor to the office of the president? From the day the country was made, since Charlie Quintan, it is George Weah who saw the need to ensure that every Liberian, irrespective of their tribe, religion, and ethnicity, will be given the opportunity to be inclusive of the national governance architecture of the country. I mean, obviously, it is Una Weah who has that credential. It is Una Weah who has that track record. So before you take the decision, before you run into making decision, know that you're not going to be making a hasted decision that's going to impact you in the future. Now, they keep pushing this crazy, conspiracy theory about, we are sacked this one, we are did this. Come on. So, the number one argument they are pushing to you, Kabila Janneh situation, good. And that's why I always love to have this conversation. Now, if they are pushing the argument that, they remove Kabila Janneh because of Kabila Janneh tribe or because of his religion, then the argument is lazy. Because you know why? When Mr. Janneh was removed, when Justice Janneh was removed, a new justice was appointed. Who replaced him? Justice Yusuf Kaba. Yusuf Kaba is from the same community. Yusuf Kaba is from the same religion. So if Mr. Weah didn't like this person because of religion or whatever the case is, he wouldn't have replaced the person with the same person. On the contrary, the law of the country is the law of the country. When the lawmakers go to work and take their decision, the president got no interference. So the president was left with no other option but to live up to what the law says. And that's why the president, in his wisdom, thought it was to say, look, you know why? You know, see it happening the way, let me find another brilliant son of the community, have him appointed so that our people will understand that I got no hands in it. No hands I got in it. I don't have any issue with the community. If I have problem with the community, Kalasco will not be holding my back. Kalasco will not be facing my teeth. If I have problem with the community, I will not fly all around the country with Kalasco. I will not play football with him. He will not wear some of my clothes. And I mean, that's just as simple. So as you make those political decisions tomorrow as to where you want to go to, let these things be able to sink down into you. I mean, you want to listen to it. You want to take your time, especially judging from the two leaders. One person said, I'm very happy about my man church, that because I did my man church, Islam did not spread through all Lofa. One person said that. That person is on record. Mr. Bouaka made that statement. One person said, I cannot be president of this country. Since 1847, all the people who've been president have never appointed a religious advisor for Islamic affairs. Since I'm president, I will appoint somebody who will advise me on Islam affairs. So you choose between the two as to who you want to go to that will push your interests, you know, your personal political interests. You make a decision to know exactly who's gonna put you, you know, push your interests. So don't be carried away by this cosmetic political chicanery. The intent, I mean, these people are aware that they do not care for unity. Now, a group of people who will go to election and start to take the whole national election and put it between two counties. The vice senator is saying that Nimatan. Then you find another man say, this is what you, when you find a political institution clinching on to two counties and presenting it as also, I mean, want to go to the country to have election for two counties to be, I mean, you know, national elections. The two political leaders are pushing it from a country perspective. When you find people who are treading that kind of path, it means they are, you know, nurturing confusion. They are nurturing instability. That's why they are nurturing, because you don't want to tailor your national agenda on the basis of the country where your vice president come from or the country where you yourself come from. That is not a ticket of unity. And so to keep this country moving forward, there is a need that every Liberian, when you are at a crossroad in making critical decisions for November 14, you got to understand that there are a lot of things that are to be taken into consideration. You may think on Tuesday, week after next, it's just for fun, but in real essence, it is a time that will shape the future of the country. That decision you're going to be taking, if you are not careful, you're going to be turning Liberia from the path of prosperity that we are experiencing, where people need not to have plenty LD before going to public universities, where the young children will need not to have big boyfriends before taking their WAEC, where you will not have to run all around looking for anywhere to get involved into recreational activities, especially when different sport parks, different recreational facilities are being built across the country. A situation where our mothers and fathers in the interior are witnessing their thatched and purple houses being transformed from leaf roofs to roofs where you have zinc and different modern structure through the purple housing unit. I mean, you don't want to leave a situation where Liberia is leaving Monrovia and going towards the rest of the country, where you find the road leaving from Banga, Bon County, is almost close to the Salai area in Lofa County, and with the help of God, and by the time the government is re-elected, there will be a lot of progress going towards Bunjima and the Menakoma Road. You don't want to have a situation where people will push the country back from a situation where Ganta is being connected to Sanikwele, where there is a major improvement between Sanikwele towards the Lokatuo border, where there are active contracts being signed between Sanikwele to the Yegepa area. Now, you don't want to keep the country backward from a situation where Ganta is 98% connected to Saklepie. An active contract is signed between Saklepie to Tapeta, where all of the bridges, the different covers are being done, pending official, you know, a lane of the quota. You don't want to push the country back from a situation where contract has already been signed to do the road from Tapeta towards Tostown in Grangeda County. Now, you don't want to take the country backwards. And so as you're going to be making decisions, let the decisions be tailored by what you see. Now, there are people who are promising you gold and diamond when they were in authority. They could not give you common cake. I'm saying this to you. They're promising you sugar and whatever the case when they were unable to give you simple things you needed. Now, it is a mirage for Mr. Bwaka to say to you that he's coming with a platform called ARTX, with A representing agriculture. When he sat there as vice president, the Libyan people, Mohammed Gaddafi, brought money to this country, gave it to Wendell McIntosh through his CDA. Wendell McIntosh accused Bwaka of having patari with women and other kind of things. They mismanaged that project, and today, only all machines you can find in Lofa County, no rest project. $30 million went down the drain. A certain vice president from Lofa County watched before his own eyes a $30 million project going down the drain. Today, you can only find bushes, grass, heavy trees growing in the machines. Instead of the machine removing trees to grow rice, the trees are growing in the machines. That is the person who's promising you agriculture. Hello? You have people promising you tourism, promising to expand the tourism sector of the country when they were unable to initiate a process that will see the Wologisi Mountain, which is a national tourism site, irrespective of the economic dividends you will get from the extractive industry when you tend to mine diamonds and gold and whatever. Wologisi all by itself, the natural appearance is a touristic attraction. Now, to have that available to the tourists coming to the country, you need roads. 12 years, he could not do a kilometer of road towards Lower County. Now, how can you boast of wanting to do roads when under your watch in 12 years, 1 kilometer, from the studio to the office, you couldn't do it on Lofa Road. Today, WIA has taken the road from Bon County. The entire Bon County toward Lofa, you will not touch Dusty Road. The whole Bon County side is quota. You cross the Lofa Bridge, the quota is extending towards the Salai area. Now, you want to replace a government that's making this progress with a government that was there with abundance of resources and opportunity, could not do it. Sometimes our decisions should not be tailored by the hatred we have for people. I understand you are a friend to one lady who and you in the same organization. I understand one man who and you can practice in the same gym is part of the government. I understand one people who part of the government he a Jew. I understand one girl who in the government who run behind your man because she getting salary. Those things are things that can impact your decisions politically. I understand these things. I understand some of you are afraid to have this government regime because somebody behind your Jew, some kind of way somehow. If the government remains in power, the person will still have access and total dominion and control over your Jew. These are things that interfere with political decisions. But in the midst of it all, the best thing you want to do is to tailor all of them, make them secondary. The greater picture is to have a country where there is going to be tremendous progress. And I say this to our people. District 11, District 2, District 12 are districts where you have people, most instances, who are not on record of supporting Mr. President. Now, under the president administration, your districts to a greater extent those districts were able to benefit significantly from the president's developmental initiative. I start with District 11. District 11, is connected with District 13. Those of you who live Tusafi, you can attest that by this time, the only car you can use to go to Tusafi, that kind of hour, that 4-wheel car. Because the mud around the Tusafi Junction toward the Duja, you will need 4-wheel car to go to that kind of places. Today, Keke can pass there, motorbike. You even get roller skate, you can ride on the road. I mean, most of you who live around the patient shop, the New Georgia to Bonneville Gulf Road, you can also attest that road is being paved before you need a 4-wheel car to go there. The Johnsonville people can attest to it that between Driver Market to Johnsonville up to Mount Barclay, using the Johnsonville turning point to Mount Barclay route, you need a 4-wheel car to go there at about this time of the year. The people on Pipeline Road can attest that they have washboard. What they were riding on was not a road; it was pure washboard. They can attest. In fact, Mr. Joe Bwaka himself can attest that the road around Rehab where he lives, that road used to be terrible. All of the road network, you have pop holes all around. Today, the reason he can't still staying long is because the roads are already done. They were rehabilitated to a greater extent. The entire rehab is connected. There are too many different projects. This government under extreme circumstances with low income, low international aid, no concession deals to sign, no concession bonuses. COVID-19 taking 2 good years of the administration. unnecessary protests taking almost 1.5 years of the administration. And so in the midst of all of these things, in addition to free tuition, the different policies, you're talking about the dual citizenship, a bill that was passed for natural born Liberians. When you think about all of these things, then it is important that you put hate aside. Then put jealousy aside. Put envy aside. Put the trivial issue aside and go for the bigger picture. I mean, you may not like George Weah, but when you go to the ballot box, you're not voting for Weah as an individual. You're voting for your brother who will not need to go and push wheelbarrow to pay their wire fees. You're voting for your sister who will need not to sleep with somebody else to pay her school fees at the University of Liberia. You're voting for your grand auntie who you left in River G, who could benefit from a proper housing unit that the president will build and give to people free of charge. You're voting for some of your relatives who are in the Cinco FP area. Those who are around the Invisible Park, there were over 50 of those housing units built. The green and the light green housing unit. The pictures are there. The houses are available. All of those houses, people are living there free of charge. You may not like the president, but somebody who you're connected to is a beneficiary to some of the president initiative. You may not like the president, but somebody who you are connected to, somebody who you are connected to, yes, somebody who you're connected to is a fisherman in River Cess, in Grand Bars or Sign of Grand Crew. The last time Emma Mathieu Glasgow was accompanied by the president, they issued raw engines to the different canoes. So most of the fishermen in this country today have their own canoe motors. They need not to be paying canoe. The paddling of the canoe, they need not to do it anymore. They have their machines operating. That's another form of empowerment. So there are too many things that the government was able to achieve under a very short period of time that you need to make decision on. You may not like George Weah, and I don't want all of you to like George Weah. You don't need to like him at all. But hey, you don't like him, you're riding on some of the good roads he's building. So it doesn't matter. You don't need to love him. All you need to do is to keep the country on a path of progress, then to allow hate, envy, unnecessary and trivial issues to retrogress the progress we've made as a country. I ain't going to say more. Tomorrow we come here. We're going to open the constitution of our country. A particular chapter will be dealt with. We'll have a lot of conversation, and that will also inform your decision as you go towards making that ultimate decision on the 14th of November. Alexa, we got to go home.
Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow. At the end of the day, do not be swayed by temporary pleasantries because, of course, it ends and the country is still here. So you have to make the best decision for the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, old man, old man, young guy, young boy.